right. So again, Chag Sameach, good Yantif. Um, Anyone who was on my class yesterday learned more about Zoom than you, or more, not more about Zoom, more about Shavuot than you ever wanted to know. And then I know a lot of you were with us last night for the study and service as well. But with all of the festivals, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Passover, Sukkot, and Shavuot, we have a festival service with Yizkor, because just as we remember our loved ones every day, it's holidays and special occasions when we're extra aware of those who aren't sitting next to us. So we mingle our joy of the holiday with our sadness of those who aren't with us. But hopefully as we begin our service, we're able to enjoy this holiday and this festival as we are together as a community. So we begin our service singing Ma Tovu. You've heard me talk more about it over the last few weeks than you want to, but again, this was the prophet Balaam sent to curse the Israelites, but rather than a curse, when he opened his mouth, a blessing came out, and it's the blessing that we say upon entering a synagogue. How fair are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. And as we gather together, each of our homes become a sanctuary today. So sing with me, no one can hear you but you. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. And now, before we continue, for anyone who has a talit that would like to wear a talit, we don't have the blessing on our screen. I apologize for that. But it's an Asher Kidshanu blessing. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehit atef b'tzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who sanctifies us with all of your commandments and commands us to wrap ourselves in the tzitzit on the talit. And now, if you're able, we rise as Cantor will lead us in Baruch Hu. Cantor, you're muted.
If you're able to unmute me, that would be great.
Okay.
I don't know if you can.
I can.
Just, my setup's a little interesting here. Let us rise.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch Ata Adonai, Haboher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And you may be seated as we join together in Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai, that wherever we are, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Israel, ufdechnu mecha Yehuda veYisrael. Go'alenu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. And now we ask that you all rise for the Amidah. If you are unable to rise, please rise in your hearts. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agidehi latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomer
חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, אלוה כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישלינו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם. האל ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. You may be seated.
You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot and drawing us close to your service, so that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. In your love, Adonai, our God, you have given us feasts of gladness and seasons of joy. This festival of Shavuot, the season of our receiving Torah, to unite in worship and recall the exodus from Egypt. Our God and God of our ancestors, Be mindful of your people Israel and recall our merit for good and grace, and in loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Shavuot. This day remember us for well-being.
Amen.
This day bless us with your nearness.
Amen.
This day help us to a fuller life.
Amen. And now, as we prepare to sing together, Sim Shalom, a prayer of peace, we know that our world in so many ways is lacking peace. Not just fear of the virus, but the virus of racism and racial tension is once again at a forefront. And we know that so many people are suffering and hurting, and while they're expressing that in a way I know we wish was different, we pray that our world can once again find wholeness and peace very, very soon. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Rachamim, sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amecha sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. And now, just as we've prayed for peace in our world, we pray for peace in our lives and peace for so many who are hurting in their lives. We pray for strength for those in need of healing, whether physical healing, spiritual healing, mental healing. Strength for each of them on their path to healing. Strength and patience for those who love them, and wisdom for those who care for them. As we pray for a refuah shlema, a full healing of body and of spirit for each of them. Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the pause now, each for a moment of silent prayer. Say shalom bimromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 Now we continue with our Yizkor service.
Birth is a beginning and death a destination, and life is a journey from childhood to maturity and youth to age, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength or strength to weakness and often back again, from health to sickness and back we pray to health, foolishness, from offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat, until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey stage by stage. Birth is a beginning and death a destination, but life is a journey from birth to death to life everlasting.
And now Cantor will lead us in the 23rd Psalm.
Adonai roi lo echsar bino deshe yorbitzeni al me menuchot yenareni nafshi yeshovev yancheni b'magle tzedek yancheni b'magle tzedek leman shemo gam ki lech begetz al mavet lo שבטך ומשענתך עמי ינחמוני. תערוך לפני, שולחן נגד צורריי, דשנת שמן ראשי, כוסי רוויה. אך טוב החסד ירדפוני, כה ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. אדוני ראוי לא אחסר, אדוני ראוי לא אחסר. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table for me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
And before we continue with our own personal Yizkor, Rabbi Farb has a Yizkor message to share with us.
Recently, Cecily Strong, a comedian on Saturday Night Live, wrote an article sharing how she felt and dealt with the chaos of loss in a time when the world continues to move on, when things don't stop just because you may be grieving. This is what she wrote. I don't know how to tell the story. I don't quite know what the story is, because I don't know when it starts or how it ends. Maybe the story started with the awful day in January when I got the call I had imagined getting for almost 2 years, but believed and hoped I'd never get. Owen has been given hours. His tumor didn't shrink enough where they could start the new treatment Monday. They'll make sure he's not in pain, and he's surrounded by Ed and Laurel and Lita and his girlfriend, Stacia and Sasha, his best friends since childhood. Soon he'll go into a coma, and then he will pass away. I kept saying, no, 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 not my little Owen, my little cousin Owen. I don't know how long I sat frozen on my bed making these guttural wailing sounds. At some point, I picked up my phone. I was in California. I was supposed to fly to Philadelphia the next day for a wedding. Owen was supposed to beat brain cancer. That night, I took moments to glance at the clock on my phone, wondering where in time and space was Owen? What part of his journey was he on at this particular moment? I suppose I have my own magical thinking that began in earnest this night, that Owen would somehow beat this too. I didn't know how, but if anyone could figure out how to beat time and space, it would be the smartest and most wonderful and bravest human I knew, my cousin Owen. Maybe the story is a different story, and it starts at a Christmas party last winter with my friend Kevin. I'm a bit down, but we're having fun. At the very end of the night, I've had too many, and my new agent comes over. I don't know what we even talk about, but he insists, just come and meet the guy over there with the mustache. The guy over there with the mustache is handsome. I almost say yes, but then I say no. I'm 35. I'm very used to being single. The majority of my male friends are gay. The two men I'm with at the table are gay. I think it's sad that everyone wants to set me up, like it's sad to look at me or something. I'm doing great. Okay, but I do like to smooch, and it's Christmas, and I feel cute in my outfit. So I talk to the man with the mustache. He's very cute. I have social anxiety and I'm drunk and tired, so I have no idea what we talk about. He comes home with me. The next morning, I'm a little bit more shy. He is less shy. Can I give you my number? He asks. I hand him the pink flamingo pen my psychiatrist gave me that week. I find an old receipt and he writes Jack and his phone number on the back. Now I have to text him first in order for him to have my number. I text him right after he leaves. I like him. Our timing isn't great. We both live in New York, but I'm about to go to California for a month. He's going to Cuba for 2 weeks. They don't have great internet. Or maybe the story starts March 2018. My dad has started a new thing that I love where he sends me a text almost immediately after each show. A little summary that is, of course, always complimentary of his little girlie. But that Saturday, he doesn't text me. And that's odd because maybe he's just asleep. The next morning, he texts and says to call him. His tone immediately scares me. I have some bad news about Owen. Of all people, this is not who I expect. Owen's 28 years old and in great shape, and what could be wrong with Owen? He was having migraines and he took him to the ER. He got an MRI and they found a tumor. We cried together on the phone. Brain cancer isn't a death sentence, right? I went to see my cousins, Owen and Lita, at my Uncle Ed and Laurel's apartment. I had no idea what to expect. What's it like after you find out you have brain cancer? I'm nervous on the way there. Owen's had surgery to remove the tumor. Will he be bald? Will he look sick? I'm holding back tears in the elevator. I get to the door and Owen opens it, his normal, towering, skinny, string bean frame greeting me, arms wide for a hug. Hey, cuz. I immediately feel okay. He's smiling. I hug Ed next, who's less confident than Owen, and then Laurel, who's always Aunt Laurel, determined and on some task or another. She seems busy. This is the first time I see it as an armor. She's going to make sure that we have snacks on the table and everyone has water. She keeps the most beautiful home and always has. It's a magical skill to someone like me. Owen flops on a chair. Laurel is deaf in one ear, so he's always been used to talking loudly. I'm not sure what to talk about, but Owen leads the way. Soon I'm laughing. I love this kid so much. You know how everybody goes online on WebMD and panics and convinces themselves they have brain cancer? Well, I'm the one who actually had brain cancer. His doctors are great, he says. They've got a plan. He's got a plan. His only problem is boredom. I hug him goodbye, and I think I needed it more than him. Owen has this quality of being the one who supports everyone around him, even while being the one who's undergoing vigorous treatments. Uncle Ed walks me outside. He's visibly upset and nervous. I say, I think he's going to be okay. I really do. And I really did. I saw that kid up there. He's fearless. He's really special. Does the story start near the end? It's Sunday, March 8th. International Women's Day, and Jack comes with me to watch the US women's national team play against Spain in the She Believes Cup. He's excited to be there to watch women's soccer with me. He gets choked up when he sees the number of little girls who get to have sports heroes, as it's still rare, even though they are the most amazing, tough team in the world. But I digress. Jack is loving the game. USA wins. Jack says he thinks women's sporting events might even be his new thing. No loud drunk guys. We go and eat and wait for traffic to die down before getting a lift home. As the restaurant starts to fill up, I wonder if this is a bad idea. The coronavirus is coming, isn't it? Although I wonder, what is that really? Am I more nervous than most people? So I shrug it off. That night, Jack does this thing where he grabs my hands. I've absentmindedly started picking my skin beneath a nail. It's a thing that I do. I pick at things in a nervous way. It's nerves, it's anxiety. He notices. He says, I want you to feel like you can hold my hand instead. I don't tell him, but that's one of the nicest things anyone has ever said to me. We talk that night, talk like I haven't had in 6 years. Are we dating? I like you. Let's be dating. At first, I thought it was so difficult to meet someone right as I was losing someone I loved so much. I knew he'd have to be patient with me. He'd have to let me grieve. It would be easier not to even try during that process, but grieving for Owen was like nothing I ever experienced. And I promised Owen and myself to continue, to let all that love be there along with the sadness. So when Jack leaves that night after the talk, I say, I think you were a gift to me from Owen. And I like thinking of it that way. Jack calls me that Friday morning and says, I have a fever. Jack's got the coronavirus. What bad timing. So now you know how it could start. Now it's time I tell you, if you couldn't already tell, I'm a bit lost. So here's some more parts of the story in some order. Owen told me in August about a great new doctor he has, Dr. Henry Friedman. He's the head of neuro-oncology at Duke, and he's leading the way in using polio therapy for GBM. That's the acronym for Owen's brain cancer. I'm learning the language of cancer now. Owen says Henry is the first doctor to bring up the word cure. I love this doctor. Owen starts polio treatments. I have no idea what it means and what it means for his body. In fact, I'll never know what Owen experiences because he would never let on the extent of his struggles. I'm not the only one. Doctors looking at his final MRI say that later, because of the size and position of his tumor, they didn't know how he was standing and laughing and talking as long as he was. I'm in the middle of my 2-week quarantine in my tiny apartment in New York. I've cried every day. I'm scared about Jack. I'm really scared. He has a bad fever for a week. He didn't answer his phone yesterday. I texted a doctor friend who suggests police welfare check. I have had anxiety and depression since high school. I take Wellbutrin. I've gone to years of therapy. I take Xanax when needed, and this is a bad time for mental health. Today, I decide the anxiety is worse. I'd rather be depressed. I get really low. I wake up Friday and turn my phone on airplane mode and I start drinking. I think it's going to fall apart with Jack now. I'm upset with him for not understanding why I constantly need to know he's okay. I'm upset with myself for needing to constantly know he's okay. I'm upset with friends for talking about missing their darn birthdays. What if Jack dies? What if I die? Owen just, I can't say it or write it. I'm so low and I'm so afraid. I'm afraid of the water coming out of my pipes. I'm afraid of outside. I'm so alone. I've never felt so alone. I ask Owen out loud to please help Jack, to help me. I immediately feel bad for asking. I just feel bad. The next morning, Lita texts me that she's upstate. She says she's heard a lot of bird song, so we're in good hands. Thank you, Lita. Thank you, Owen. Perfect timing. I send Jack the video of Owen's beautiful service. I spoke about the weird little red-haired boy I first met as a kid who came back into my life as an adult and taught me about family and what it is to feel that kind of love. I talked about his love for birds. The boy who loved birds flew away. Jack tells me he went to high school with one of Owen's friends, Nate. Nate from Antarctica. Nate's coming in from Antarctica. Can you believe it? Laurel had said as she went through letters and emails and flowers in a much quieter apartment, days after Owen had gone. We ate dinner and I tried to make them laugh a little. I think Owen would want that. I know he would want that. Lita tells a story at Owen's service. She had asked one of Owen's doctors if she was scared when she told him they couldn't do anything more for him and he would have hours to live. I thought this too, but I knew he wouldn't be scared. The doctor said that most patients panic and try to bargain in this moment, which makes me really sad to hear. But Owen didn't. Instead, he thanked her for trying her best and for all she'd done for him. So I don't know what this story is. The world is upside down. I'm holding devastation and love in equal measures. What bad timing when the timeline seems irrelevant? What is bad timing? What's the ending? Would you even know? I'm at a Knicks game, Bulls versus Knicks. I'm with Owen and Lita and Michael Che. The photographer gets photos of us crazy cheering. Owen's got his fists in front of his face and I've got one raised in the air and my mouth is wide open. Lita's doing the same. We're crazed. We're family. I don't remember if they win or lose. We go out afterwards and get a drink at an Irish bar. We laugh at Michael Che ordering bangers and mash. Owen orders a beer. We're laughing. It's a normal night. I like seeing him like this. It makes me think he's going to be okay. It's the last night I will see Owen. But I don't want to end that way. I don't like that ending for any story. Here's the thing I know for sure. I had a cousin named Owen who had red hair as a little boy and he was a serious kid and he loved birds. He taught me about love during his life and he's teaching me about love after. And I'm really lucky.
Thank you, Rabbi. We all have stories with beginnings, and some with endings, but those stories continue through the way even those whose lives have ended continue to be a part of us and impact us and inspire us. So at this time, we, perhaps using the words on the screen or words that are in your heart, have our own personal moment of Yizkor, thinking of our loved ones who are no longer with us, but how they live on through us. Yizkor Elohim Nishmot Yakirai Shahalchu La'olamam. May God remember forever our loved ones who have gone to their eternal rest. I used to be part of you, belong to you, the extension of your being. But now you live within me, are the spark of my consciousness. I say Kaddish for you, with you, as you, sing your melodies, speak your words, hearing your voice in mine and my eyes, too green, have somehow started to reflect the blue of yours. I used to be part of you, protected by your presence, by your light, but now the time is mine, and alone I must be more than myself. Your child has become your heir, has become you. And now we rise as Cantor leads El Male Rachamim.
Yeah. כנפי השכינה. אם קדושים וטהורים, כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים, לנשמות יקירנו, שהלכו לעולמם בעל הרחמים, יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים, וישרור בצרור החיים את נשמתם. אדוני הוא נחלתם, ינוח לשלום על משכבם, ונאמר
Rachamim, God full of compassion. To our loved ones who have entered eternity, grant clear and certain rest with you in the lofty heights of the sacred and pure, whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. Source of mercy, forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings. Secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours. May they rest in peace. As we say together, Amen. As we read responsively. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them.
In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them.
In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them.
In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them.
In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them.
In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them.
When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them.
When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them.
When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them.
So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Now we continue as we begin to close our service with Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו כהמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר בחיי אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. We now continue remembering those we have lost, those who are alive within us every day, as we say together the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal. Shemei de kudsha berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high give peace to all of us and to all who mourn, as together we say, Amen.